Hello and welcome back once again, fellow vinyl aficionados. Racer Joe with you for another thread response and some thanks as well to some folks out there that have jumped on one that I started a little while ago. Chris, I do this to you every time, but there's the bell. Let's start, shall we? I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to edit because I don't edit. Well, I do, but you know what I mean. Anyway, Chris, who is musically obsessed, there he is back there. There's his channel. You know it, but the link to it will be where links to channels go. Has one out there for singer-songwriters. Show some singer-songwriters. So I can definitely do that, and I'm going to do that. But quickly, I will thank some folks that jumped on to a thread that I started, and that was show me some bands from your hometown or your home state, your home province, your home county, whatever works. Do what you can. If you are able to pull it off and you can do them out of your town or your city, good stuff. If you need to expand that a little bit, good stuff as well. So some folks that have done it so far are Renee Curl. Thanks very much, Renee, from Ontario. Did some Ontario, Canada bands as well. Rachel from Rachel's Ghost. And if you don't know Rachel's Ghost, you should. Make sure you check out her channel. She is on every morning, I believe every morning. She's got great guests. She's got Mazzy on there. She's got a whole bunch of people on there. It's good stuff. Goes about 3 hours every morning. Fantastic. If you are up and at 'em early, check out Rachel's Ghost live stream. She does some other stuff as well, including the Beatles tag, and she also did her response to my tag about bands from your hometown. She did her home province of British Columbia, Canada, and she even had a wonderful song by her father. So make sure you go and check that out, and I will link to all of these in this video. Vinyl Richie did 3 different places in California. I think he currently resides in LA, maybe. I can't remember. Sorry if you're watching this, but started off in Bakersfield, showed some Buck Owens, as well as some Marty Robbins, and then continued around. So some fantastic stuff. Check that one out as well. And then also my good friend Johnny L., also from Ontario, Canada, showed a bunch of wonderful bands out of the province of Ontario, Canada. So those are the 4 that I have seen so far. I don't think there's any out there that I've missed. I kind of rely a little bit on if you tag me in the video or not. And there's so many different places to look for comments and mentions and everything else. But I'm starting to get the hang of this. You would think after being around for a month or so I would, but I'm working on it still. Okay, so there's the thanks. Look for their video tags and their channels in the descriptions. You know where they go. All right, so with that said, singer-songwriters. Chris, here we go. I'm not sure if you were shooting for lesser known, well known, didn't know what you were after. So I'm just going to give you 5 that I enjoy that came to mind fairly quickly. And we're going to start off slowly. Kidding. John Hiatt. So good, so good. I talked about John in a previous video, and I called him, I can't remember if it was not well known. Anyway, yeah, it was something along the lines of that. Anyway, more people should know about John Hiatt. Underappreciated? No, I don't think that was it either. Anyway, whatever, you know what I mean. But John Hiatt, this is Riding with the King. Good, good, good album. Fantastic album. And anything that you pick up by John Hiatt is great. My favorite song by John is Perfectly Good Guitar, which does not happen to be on vinyl. So, John, if you're watching this, get on that. Would you get that re-released on vinyl, please and thanks. Up next, a gentleman out of Ontario, Canada. And I try and throw in some Canadian as much as I possibly can. And again, this gentleman's name came to mind pretty quickly. He's a big fan of Leonard Cohen. And I did not include Leonard, but there is singer-songwriter. If you look up singer-songwriter in the dictionary, there is a picture of Leonard Cohen. Not quite. But anyway, Tom Cochrane. This is Tom Cochrane and Red Rider. But he was kind of on his own at this point. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Great singer-songwriter. Yeah, he had a band around, but still, you know what I mean. Just really, really good stuff. I think very good. I rank him highly up there in the singer-songwriter world. There's the back, there's Tom, there's the front, and this happens to be, yeah, there you go. Tom Cochrane and Red Rider. But Tom Cochrane, really, for the most part. All right, we're going to throw a lady in the mix now. I love this album. I have loved this album from the start. I have always enjoyed the stylings of one Miss Melissa Etheridge. This is a very, very good album, and singer-songwriter extraordinaire, as everybody in this list is going to be. But there's one for you, Chris. I'm not sure if you thought of Melissa or not, but there she is. Now, another guy that I don't think gets enough credit. He does from in the right places, but I think he is not as well known as he should be, and I don't know if that necessarily matters. I don't think that it does. But anyway, with all of that said, it is John Prine, and this happens to be Sweet Revenge, just hanging out in what I assume to be a Cadillac, because that's how you hang out in a Cadillac, don't you? I don't think it's a Cadillac. It might be. I don't know. Anyway, there's John Prine. He's got his boots on. He's got a dart going on. And I don't know. Can you tell from the back if that's a Cadillac? I don't know. Anyway, Sweet Revenge. It's a pretty good singer-songwriter right there. And number one for me, and a gentleman that falls within my top 3 ever favorites. He started off fairly country, fairly traditional. Then he got pretty rock and roll for an album or two, if you want to classify it as that. And then kind of got back to his roots again and just continues to make phenomenal music. And I'm not even sure what album number Steve Earle is up to. This just happens to be one that I chose because the Ghosts of West Virginia is very singer-songwritery. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. And there's Steve on the back. I think at this point, if you're watching my channel, you probably know Steve Earle. And if you don't, you should. Again, if you go way back to Hillbilly Highway, Guitar Town, but then you get into, of course, Copperhead Road, and then you get into all of the things that followed past that, and just continue. It doesn't matter where you stop. It will always be good. I will go on record and say that Steve Earle has never written, performed, or even thought about a bad song. There you go. I will stand by that comment, but there you go. There is singer-songwriter Steve Earle and the Ghosts of West Virginia. So there you go, Chris. I hope that is what you were after. Some singer-songwriters. There is lots and lots of them out there, obviously. Those just happen to be some of my favorites and some that I would pull off the shelf. So hop on board the thread. Time to finish. There's the bell. All right. So again, look for Chris's original video and Chris's link to his page where you look for those types of things. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day.